babes, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to go ahead and show you guys a look using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. So right now I have everything as far as my makeup done except for my eyes. I wanted to do that with you. This palette is one of my favorites. I love it so much that I often set it aside because I don't want to rush through it too fast. Let me know if you do that too. Like, this is my favorite. So I'm gonna look at you from the corner of my vanity. So I first want to show you the shades of this palette. It is so beautiful. I feel like I really love this palette because it goes so well with my warmer tones. I also think the eyeshadow is super buttery. There was a lot of controversy about this palette having so much kickback and fallout, although I will take that and compromise for that for a high quality shadow that I can blend. So when I look at this palette, the first thing that I look for is kind of an overall feel in a transition shade that I can start with. I really love these three right here. They are a favorite, as well as this one here on the end, and then this right here. I think those are kind of going to be the main focus of my look today. The first thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and start with a transition color. I'm going to use this one right here in burnt orange. And I want to show you the fact that this is super pigmented. Really pigmented. And you can kind of see, like, I can put it right there on the palette. There is a lot of pigment to this, and no wonder there's kick up. But that is what I want when I go ahead and I blend with my eyeshadow, and you're gonna see why. So I'm gonna start right here in this crease and transition, but just a little bit higher. Oh, it's so beautiful. And you can see, that's the fallout we're talking about, but look how soft and pigmented that is. And I can clean up what's under my eye. So I really am just focusing on a really soft blend in this crease and kind of taking a little bit up to soften it, and then taking a little bit down on the top of my lid to soften it as well. But primary focus right here in this crease. I'm gonna do that same thing to this eye over here. Again, dipping into burnt orange. And you can just see how much my brush picks up that shadow, which is exactly what I want. You can always dust it off if you want a little bit. Can you see that falling out? Yeah, you can. Same thing over here, really just focusing in that crease to start, and then moving up a little bit to blend out once the powder from my brush is kind of lessened up a little bit, as it lives mostly in that crease now. Next, I'm going to take a little bit more of a precision brush, and I'm going to move in to this orange color right here, just a little bit. And then I'm going to come in here and start doing a little bit more precision work with this brush and this shade. Now I'm going to go in with even a deeper shade. I'm going to use this burnt red right here. Again, pressing in, noticing how much pigment my brush is picking up, dusting a little bit off, and then staying really tight to this lash line. Then I'm going to take this tight brush and I'm gonna go in to this golden color right here. You can see I'm gonna get that on my brush. It should pick up a lot because it is a dense brush. And I'm gonna come through and I'm gonna place that right here on my lid. Flip over, use a little more product. So pretty. Awesome. Now I'm gonna go back in with that first transition color I did and kind of blend in that top of that crease, but I can really already tell that I'm liking that shape. All right, first brush back in. Now I'm going to highlight my brow bone and my inner corner with this shade right here. It's kind of gold, a little reflective. I'm going to use a very, very loose brush. And I'm doing this because I don't want it to pick up too much product. I only want a little tiny bit. You can already see how beautiful that is. And I personally like a little bit more of a smudgy blended look. I choose that over, oh, that's so pretty, over more of a precision look, and that's just my own personal liking. If you wanted, you could put concealer over right here before you press on your lid shade to give it a little bit more of like precision and pop. Everyone has their own personal flavor and their own personal style, and do whatever suits you the best. But don't be afraid of shades that might seem a little bold for you. You can just play with it. I would have never in a million years picked this palette to be one of my favorites, but I got this palette and I absolutely love it. I don't know why I ever benched this. I apologize, Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. I will put you in. You are back to first string. I'm such a fan of this look already. It's super blended. It's nothing prominent like sticking out at you, but it is a bold color choice. And I'm gonna go in and just tighten up a couple things and then apply some mascara, and it will be a finished look. So a couple more precision things just to clean up the look. I am going to go in with a smudgy brush, tight and dense and little, and I'm just going to go in and hit underneath my eyes right here. And the color I'm choosing to do that with is again this dark red color. So sometimes fallout can definitely happen right here, and because of that I like to lean forward a little bit. That way if the eyeshadow falls, it kind of falls down rather than looking up and having it fall onto my cheekbone. So that's a little tip. I lean forward, and then I just go right here on my lash line, right underneath my lashes, and connect where the bottom lash kind of hits the top lash. Lastly, I'm just gonna come in with a little bit of mascara. This is from Estee Lauder. It is their Multi-Effects mascara. I do really like it, and here's why. The top is a little more of a bushy traditional mascara wand, and then the bottom is more of an under eye, and then the top is round, so you can go ahead and pull lashes through or do your bottom lashes. It's a really versatile tool. So I'm going to choose the big bushy one. That's kind of my personal preference for mascara wands. And then I am going to do a coat on top of my lashes to kind of black out any fallout that happened. Again, catching any fallout. I really, really love how this turned out. I love how warm it is. I love that it's blended. For me, it's still kind of a bold look, but it's not so bold that you get crazy looks when you're in the grocery store. Thank you, babes, for hanging out with me while I created this look using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. If you liked this look, please give a thumbs up and leave a comment below. I love to hear from you. Subscribe for more videos, and I will see you, babes, in the next one.